Hello, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Here am I washing my hands because, Corona. And also, it is very good and a nice etiquette to be able to wash your hands when you're cooking because other people will be eating your food and they want to know that your hands are clean and you won't contaminate them. Okay, alrighty. So tonight we're preparing our turkey brine for the turkey, and so I always believe that a turkey brine is better for the turkey because it gives more moisture into the bird as opposed to a dry rub where you're going to have to keep on opening your oven door and then you're going to have to keep basting it. You're actually letting all that moisture out and basting does nothing. So a turkey brine is number one for a flavorful, moist bird. Alrighty, so we already have our pot of water boiling, as you're gonna see in this second image somewhere around the screen. And so what we're gonna start doing is we're gonna start adding our ingredients into the water. So about a pound, you really can't measure pounds into cups, but about a pound of kosher salt will be roughly around 4 cups. So you can get your measuring cup and just do about 4 cups of kosher salt and you should be good to go. What I do though, because I've been doing this for so many years, is that I'll just sprinkle it in there and I can tell just by the weight how I'm roughly about a cup. So next what we're going to do is that we're going to do a cup of molasses, okay? Open up our molasses. You smell your molasses. And we're going to eyeball it as always. And so a cup is going to be about right here. It's going to be about half your jar of molasses. And this is just a 12 fluid ounce bottle of molasses. So we're going to add that nice flair, as you see there. So the next thing we're going to add is going to be our soy sauce. And this is just a generic brand of soy sauce. It's nothing fancy. But if you want to use it, we have this nice Asian mushroom infused soy sauce. It's so good, but it's mostly for cooking. For stuff like this, any kind of soy sauce will do. But we're going to do about a cup. Again, I'm going to eyeball it because it really doesn't matter. Let me open this up. It really doesn't matter how much you really do. The only thing you don't want to do too much is of the salt, because then you don't want a salty bird. You want enough salt, but not too much salt. That looks about pretty good. Alrighty. I'm gonna add our honey, and with the honey, I have these little bottles. They're just some regular generic brand honey. 1 cup of honey. 2nd cup of honey. And this recipe, I didn't make it myself obviously, but this was a recipe that I was able to catch from Chef Alex Garnaschelli and Chef Aaron Sanchez. They just did a nice turkey brine, and I was like, I've never heard about what a brine is, and a brine is just really a saltwater solution. And so I was just very, very intrigued in what they talked about, how the turkey tasted and the way that it came out the oven. It even gave it like that nice extra color that you'd like to see on the turkey for Thanksgiving. So I said, let me try it. And for the last 7 years, that's what I've been doing, and it's been good. Alrighty, so now we're gonna do our red pepper flakes, but instead of red pepper flakes, what I like to use is this Southwest Chipotle by Miss Dash. Mrs. Dash is so good, and again, eyeball it. You could do a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and so I'm just gonna. That should be good. Alright, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of sage right here, okay? And again, eyeball as always. So now it's time for our thyme. So I'm using dry thyme, so we're gonna use about 1 to 2 tablespoons. But if you had some fresh thyme, you're gonna just grab a whole handful bunch. Just take as much as you can with your hands. Don't go crazy, but just take a bunch, rip it, and just add it into your pot, okay? onions here. Ooh. And the last thing is some bay leaves, okay? We're just gonna take about 3 or 4. And again, if you have some fresh bay leaves, even better. And so all you want to do is just mix this around a bit, okay? Make sure that everything gets incorporated, all that salt that's at the bottom that is able to get mixed in with your water. And you're just gonna bring this to about a boil. And once it's at a boil, you're gonna turn off your heat. And I have the heat at a high heat, okay? Just because I want to do this kind of quickly. But everybody's always been raving about the way that I make my turkey, especially my family, especially at a young age, because I think I was a sophomore in high school when I was like, oh, I could do this by myself. And ever since it came out really well, and I was always entrusted to make the turkey. And I've had other people's turkeys, and some are good, yes, but the thing is that you want a turkey to be moist all around. Like that white meat, you should not be calling for ketchup to be putting on your turkey, okay? Your turkey should be flavorful already. You shouldn't be asking for no salt or pepper. Like, you should already have a perfect seasoned turkey. If you don't, you need to fix your cooking. Alrighty, so now that I've mixed everything pretty well, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna add our garlic. We're gonna add fresh garlic. There's nothing like fresh garlic. And if you don't have fresh garlic, or you're not the kind of person who likes to like mince garlic and stuff like that, it is completely okay to use garlic that's already, chopped up for you in the container and stuff like that. But no powdered garlic, zero. No powdered garlic, okay? That is a big no-no for this. And so we have our sack of garlic here. So we're gonna use 3 heads, okay? So we're gonna open this up. We got 1, 2, and then 3. And you don't have to crush them open or anything like that. What I like to do is just I'm gonna open this up one by one, and hopefully you'll be able to see right here in the second video here. But here's the garlic. We're just going to go straight in the middle, open this up like so, like this. Any extra of the outside, you can peel it off, it comes off. Do another one straight towards the middle, okay? And then we can just start dropping in our garlic as so. With a lot of the with 2 cloves of the garlic though, what we're gonna do is that we're going to mash it a little bit, just so that it can open up. Don't be afraid to add any of the little papers in there, okay? Because you're not gonna eat it. We're gonna get rid of that afterwards, okay? So we have our other garlic right here. We're gonna cut this up straight in the middle. Another. Ooh, the heat. Okay. Some are already gonna be open, which is perfect. So it just helps for you to drop it in. But the ones that are not, a nice trick that you can do is, you don't have like a match or something, you can just take a thicker knife than this. So we're gonna use our chef's knife. And so with our chef's knife, we're going to just take it like that and hit it. And so you'll be able to see how it opens up so nice. So we're gonna do it with this one too. We're gonna hit it with all your strength, okay? And then we're just gonna pop that in there. So now that we added our garlic, we can see how our pot is coming to a boil. We're gonna turn off our heat. Now you can see all that steam that's coming because we turned off our heat. We're just gonna move this around a little bit more for about 2 minutes or so. And once we're done, we're gonna set the pot aside, and then we're gonna take out our bird from the fridge. Alrighty, so now it's time to get the bird out of the fridge. This is the bird. We got some honeysuckle white frozen young turkey, but he ain't frozen because he's been thawing for quite a few days now. Now, if you're ever in a bind and your turkey is still frozen in the packaging, what you can do is, in your 5-gallon bucket, is put your turkey in there with some lukewarm water for about 3 hours. And in about 3 hours or 4, your turkey will be thawed. It'll be still a little bit frozen on the inside, but that is pretty much okay. And now, if it's the day of Thanksgiving, number one, never put a frozen turkey in the oven because you may think it's gonna thaw. No, that will not work. What you're gonna get is uncooked and burnt pieces and then dry meat, and that is a no-go for Thanksgiving. You best be ordering some pizza, okay? But you always want to thaw your turkey 3 to 4 days before Thanksgiving. That'll be the exact perfect time for you to do so, okay? So we're just gonna take our scissors here and cut off this mesh that it comes in. This bird was pretty nice and pretty cheap. It was about, it says it right here. Yeah, so this bird was $33 and he's 21 pounds, so it's a big boy. Now, the most important thing that I want to share with you is that this kitchen sink is completely clean and has been disinfected, okay? I know there's people who, in my household, I was taught and I was raised by always cleaning your sink, especially when using poultry, you know, because salmonella poisoning, you always want to clean it before and after, okay? So that's a nice tip for you. Do that. Clean your sink. I know a lot of people don't, and that's okay, but it don't hurt to clean your sink, okay? We're just gonna open this up. All right, so one thing I want you to see here. So this red pin is a thermometer for your turkey, okay? And so never trust this pin, never ever. If you have a thermometer at home for meats, use that instead. Even because this bird can be cooked and this red pin will not pop up, okay? And leave the pin in there because when it's cooking, there's a big hole right here and you don't want, when it's cooking, all them juices to be coming out, okay? So just leave this pin until you're done cooking and then continue to leave it in there for an extra hour when you have to let the turkey rest, okay? And then you're able to pull it out so that all those juices just won't go all out and about, okay? So we got this plastic pin here. We're gonna remove this plastic pin because we do not want that. Alrighty, we're gonna open this. You see this big chunk of thing here? We're gonna cut that off. We don't need that either, okay? The best thing is some poultry scissors. Alrighty, let's get rid of this here. And inside your turkey, there's gonna be some type of like packaging. And inside that packaging is gonna be where all the gizzards of the turkey was. So like the heart, the kidney, the liver. Now, throw it away if you want to. I say don't throw it away because that is really good for if you're gonna make gravy. And some people eat it. Like my family, we eat it because it's delicious. And look, we got the turkey neck. It's pretty a long neck. Gobble gobble. All right, we're just gonna set that right there. We're gonna empty out the cavity. that has a lot of blood and turkey juices. Okay, it's gonna sit that like that. I should have taken my Apple Watch off. We're gonna set that right there to let everything drain. But look at this bird, y'all. It's massive. So I'm looking at the cavity here, as you can see, and in the cavity, there's nothing there from the bird. Well, this piece we can do without this piece too. Just a lot of extra fat. We don't need you. Okay, this is perfect. So we got a clean cavity. But we're gonna turn the bird upside down where we have where the neck was. You see under this flap right here? Under this flap, you can just go whoop, flip that over, open her up, and right there I can see this paper. And so in this paper contains your liver, your kidney, all of that good delicious stuff. We're just gonna open this up here. These are my scissors. I'm gonna open this up and see. So here we have a piece of a kidney. It's probably just broke up here. We have our liver. Okay, this stuff is good. Remember that this stuff is really good. And we have some more kidney, and we have our turkey heart. This is gold deliciousness right here, okay? Alrighty, y'all. So here we have our bucket, and we're gonna add our brine inside to the bucket now. So to the bucket with the brine, you're gonna add 2 pounds of ice and also 12 cups of cold water. Alrighty, so now we're gonna add our turkey into the bucket, okay? We want to put the turkey breast side down and make sure the cavity gets filled, okay? The turkey here, I'm gonna put this bad boy breast side down and make sure that cavity gets filled. You can add some of those lemon pieces up in there. We'll turn it up on the side like so. Perfect. Alrighty, and so it's cold enough where we can have the turkey outside and use the outside as a refrigerator, okay? We're gonna leave this in there for about 12 hours and we'll be good to go. Alrighty, so let's fast forward 12 hours. We're gonna take our turkey out, and I'm just gonna show you, like, oof. Here, we are going to empty everything from the turkey, okay? That brine gonna go straight into the sink because we don't need it no more. Ooh, that thing almost came out the sink. It was too crazy. There was a little too much going on there, okay? But yeah, so you know, we want to get rid of all the liquid. All the liquid gotta go. Alrighty, so now we're making sure that there's no more liquid inside the cavity, and we're gonna put it on a sheet pan with some paper towels, okay? You wanna lay some paper towels because we're gonna pat this thing dry. Gobble gobble, it's flying away, okay? Alrighty, so we're gonna get some paper towels and we're gonna pat it dry everywhere, okay? Make sure even under the wing, under the leg. You also wanna get it inside of the cavity, okay? You don't want you don't want it to be too wet, okay? Because if it's too wet, then it won't be able to get crispy when you're gonna add that special niceness on the inside, okay? And what I like to do here is that you see the tip of the turkey wing. I like to tuck it under where the leg is, okay? Because once it's in the oven, the first thing that'll burn is that wing, the wing tip of the turkey. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get some yarn and we're gonna tie the turkey legs up as if we had that little plastic thing in the beginning, and this is gonna help keep the bird have its shape, okay? It's gonna have that nice shape. You don't want your bird looking like it's spreading its legs everywhere. Okay, we gotta hide it. We gotta hide it. We gotta tie it. We're gonna make it look nice and pretty. Okay. So here, just tie it up pretty nice. It doesn't have to be the best thing, but it gotta be something. And so this is a special part here. We're gonna butter this bird everywhere. I get some seasoned butter. So by seasoned butter, I just get 2 sticks of butter, and I'll put my own seasoning in it, like some adobo, some sazon asen, some Spanish seasonings and stuff like that. And what you want to do is that you want to lift up the skin and separate the skin from the turkey breast without breaking the skin. And you're gonna put some butter under, in between that breast and that skin. Okay, you want it to go everywhere inside, and you want to make sure that every inch of that bird is covered with butter. Okay, it's gonna give it that nice color, it's gonna give it that nice shine, that beautiful, tasty, delicious skin that 2 days later, if you're still eating leftovers, that skin gonna be so good that you're gonna be eating skin. Okay, the skin must be buttered everywhere. Butter, look at that butter, it's just looking so nice. You're gonna want to put some butter also up on the inside of the cavity. If you really can't, that's okay, but just get some more butter, because that's what you need. Alrighty, so we're gonna cover our bird with foil. Alrighty, and we're gonna lightly cover it. Okay, and we're gonna put it in the oven for 4 hours, and we're not gonna open the oven at all. As much as you want to, do not open the oven, okay? Because that's what dries out the bird even more. You're getting all that heat is escaping, and the oven has to reheat itself. It's a lot going on. Okay, so cover your bird in the oven 4 hours. Alrighty, so let me show you what we got going on here. So we got some moro, which is gonna be a black bean rice mixed together. Alright, we got the gravy. Okay, oh, I forgot this right here. We got the arepitas, which arepitas is gonna be yuca fritters in English. We got the ribs that are all nice and tender up in there. Let's go over here to the here we got pecan bars. Over here we got the corn casserole, we got the amazing bird, and then we got a mashed potato casserole right up there. Well, everybody, in preparation for the dessert, opening a pumpkin can, I sliced up my finger really good. So I gotta wear a glove, bandage myself up. I'm okay, it happens. What you gonna do?